Dilly's Hope by Rosie Goodwin. Narrated by Sanderson. Chapter 1. Changing Times, Nuneaton, May, 1926. Whatever are you doing, Dilly? Glancing up from the basket she was in the process of filling, Dilly saw Max Farthing standing in the open kitchen doorway. I'm just putting a basket of food together for the people of the courtyard where Nell and I used to live, she explained, as she placed a cabbage in the basket. Nell visited them the other day, and with the miners' strike, some of them can't afford to eat, let alone pay the rent. It must be very grim for them, Max agreed. And it will only get worse if the strike goes on for any length of time. What you're doing is a very kind gesture, but I fear it won't sustain them for very long. Well, as they say, every little helps, Dilly replied. Some years before, Dilly had lived side by side with the people she was trying to help, but now she was a successful businesswoman who owned a string of dress shops, Dilly's Designs, that were doing very well indeed. Max found it endearing that she could still concern herself with those who were not so well off as herself. Not that it surprised him. Dilly had a heart of pure gold, and always went out of her way to help people, which was just one of the things he loved about her. Nell, her one-time neighbour, who now shared the fine house Dilly had purchased in St. Edward's Road, entered the kitchen then, and she smiled a greeting at Max. He was a regular visitor, and they were all at ease with each other. "Bad do, ain't it, this strike?" Nell remarked, with a sigh. "And there but for the grace of God would go I, if it weren't for our Dilly here." "Rubbish," Dilly chided. "I don't know what I'd do without your pet." Nell flushed at the praise, as Dilly then commented, "And you're looking very smart today." Nell self-consciously ran her hands down the sides of the black skirt Dilly's seamstresses had made for her. With it, she was wearing a crisp white cotton blouse. She liked to look neat when she was going to work in Dilly's Nuneaton dress shop, but it hadn't always been that way. Once upon a time, Nell could only have been described as slatternly. But Dilly had changed all that. She changed Nell's whole life, in fact, and the woman would have walked through fire for her if need be. Their friendship stretched...
Sample complete. Ready to continue?